Yeah. Okay, any pains, injuries? Okay. All right, let's sit up tall. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live at 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey, part of Liberty Harbor. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand or through Zoom. You can register through ubindi.com. If you're watching this through on YouTube, classes are $10 and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. And the payment information is on the bottom of the video. And of course, all of this information can be found through my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Basics, Level 1. If you're working with any kind of special conditions, limitations, or injuries, please make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether if it's not appropriate for your condition. All right, let's sit up tall and palms face up. Fingers come together, mudra. As you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through the spine, let your shoulders broaden. And with the lips touching, start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And begin to let your inhales even out with your exhales, smoothing out the breath. Let the mind quiet. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for your yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Bundrikaksham, Bundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Bihyendraha, Bihyendraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side. Roll it center. A few more rounds at your own pace. And take the chin back to center, pause, and then take in the opposite direction. And come back to center again, lifting the chin parallel to the floor and your spine, and extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Turn your toes toward each other, and then roll out. Draw in, roll out. Draw in, outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around. And back to center again. Cross your shins, opposite shin on top. Raise the arms up high, extend, twist to the right. Come back to center and twist to your left. Back to center again. Side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Center again, legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up, keep the left leg extended, sole of the right foot and the left leg, Janu Shirshasana. Left hand to the floor, right arm up, reach forward, grab your foot, ankles or your shins, and forward fold. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, twist to the right. All right, so support with the right hand. Roll to top of the right shin, step the left foot down, and reach your left arm back. Extend. Release. Take it back to center. Then take the right heel back behind you. If you can, take the legs to 90 degrees. If that's too wide, you can go less than 90. So if your hips are tight, you might not be able to go wide. Right arm up and forward fold. Take it back up. Reach your right arm forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist your left. One more time. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting and take the right hand to the outer left leg for resistance and push against the outer right leg to go deeper in your twist. Inhale back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the right. And then side bending over the left leg. Now, if you are able to take the right forearm down, fantastic. If not, you can press your left arm anywhere to the inside of the left leg or the top of the left leg and reach your right arm over. Release, take it back up. Take the right foot, step it down to the floor, and then maybe even reach your heel slightly further forward so you can comfortably pivot to the heel. Then take both hands to frame your left leg. You're going to roll the right knee forward, roll the right knee back. Roll the right knee forward, roll the right knee back. One more time. Roll forward, roll back. Stay rolling back. Plant the left palm to the floor for support, and with your right hand, gently press your right thigh away. Square back to center, swing the right leg around, seated spinal twist. Right hand behind you, left arm up, and twist to the right. Now, if it's difficult for you to press your left arm to the top of the right leg, that's okay. You can just wrap your arm around the leg. Now, if that's not available either, you can take the hand around the right knee. So it's all about support, right? So it's not necessarily about the elbow to the knee. Of course, if you have the flexibility, take it. If not, modify. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, twist to your left. Back to center. Extend both legs forward. Let's start over. Raise the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your feet, ankles, or your shins. All right, all those rotations to not only your spine, but to your lower back and your hips, right? It really makes a difference. Take it back up. Keep the right leg extended. Sole of the left foot, inner right leg. Right hand to the floor, left arm up and fold. I love stretch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the muscles definitely need a little bit of time to kind of like stretch into their shapes, right? And find their extension. So it's important for us to take our stretch mindfully, slowly, and allow time to help us release, right? Inhale, take it back up, keep the legs as they are, and twist to your left. And with your left hand supporting to the floor, roll to top of the left knee, step the right foot down, and reach your right arm back in space. Extend through that entire right side. Begin to take the seat back down, square back to center. Take the left heel and draw it back behind you. Try to get your legs to 90 degrees. If not available for you, less than 90 is okay. And additionally, if even that is difficult, you might want to sit up on a block or a blanket to elevate. Right hand to the floor, left arm up and fold. And you'll notice that between this variation on the forward fold and then this variation of the forward fold is a very big difference, right? Because of the rotation of the hip, I tend to find this one a lot easier. And I get a much deeper forward fold because my leg is not in the way. Inhale, take it back up. Keep the right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right 3 times. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist right. Stay twisting to the right and use your left hand to the outer right leg for resistance so that you can deepen your twist. Take it back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the left. Stay twisting, side bending. If you can, press your right arm to inner right leg or take it to the floor, left arm overhead and reach. And of course, if you took the bind of the hand to the foot and you can reach, take it. Begin to take it back up. Support your left foot, step it down to the floor and maybe slightly further away from you and pivot to that heel. Then square the torso over the right leg, support the hands to either side of the right leg. Draw the left knee forward and then draw the left knee back. Draw the left knee forward, draw the left knee back, draw forward, draw back. Stay drawing back. Plant your right palm to the floor for support, and then left hand to the inner left leg, and gently push your thigh away for the hip opening inner left thigh stretch. And release. Swing the left leg around for seated spinal twist. Left hand behind you, right arm up and twist. So again, if you have the flexibility and the extension, is your elbow to the outer, top of the left leg. If that's not easy for you, you can wrap the arm around the knee or the hand to the knee. So it's about finding a lengthy spine and a comfortable position to deepen your twist into. Inhale, back to center. Keep the legs. Exhale, counter twist. Back to center again. Extend both legs forward. Let's go wider this time, about mat swift distance. Inhale, take the arms up, and you're going to grab the inside of the feet or the heels. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Release, take it back up. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Draw the heels in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. You can press your elbows to your inner thighs, and that'll give you even more hip opening. Release, come up, take the heels further forward. You can grab the inner feet or thread the arms underneath your legs. And when you take the forward fold, you can round your spine as much as you want. Release, take it back up, and swing the legs back behind you. Come to your hands and knees. You're going to take the knees together, inner thighs together, feet apart, and walk your hands slightly forward. All right, so you're going to draw the seat back in space. You don't have to come all the way down. And then lift back up to hands and knees. And maybe even go further forward, leaning the hips forward. Draw the hips back. Lean the hips forward. Draw the hips back. Lean the hips forward. Now, for the next two, to the best of your abilities, keep drawing your seat further and further back. And then take it forward and lean the hips forward. And then this time, the last one, you go as far back as you can. Now, once you get as far back as you can, if you can manage to sit all the way down, fantastic. If you cannot, that's okay too. Then once you get to the deepest, then walk your hands in, lift the torso up. Right? So I'm not able to sit all the way down. If I had a block, I would sit on the block. If I have blankets, I would sit on a blanket. But since I don't have either, I'm just going to use my hands for support. So here is where you're getting a good amount of knee stretch, ankle stretch, shin stretch, quad stretch. Right? So we took a lot of outer rotation with the hips. Now we're going for inner rotation. All right, start to release, lift back up, walk your hands forward, keep supporting. Tuck the toes under, and you're going to draw the seat toward the heels as you open up the knees and taking it into a deep squat. And lift back up into standing forward bend. So you're going to lengthen out the legs, walk your feet wide, about mat swift. Keep your hands supporting. You can just sway out your hips side to side. All right, come back to stillness. Left hand to center, bend your left knee, keep the right leg extended. Raise your right arm up to twist. Then take the right hand behind you, half bind. Now, if this is difficult for you and you need to take a hand to a block, if you have blocks at home, etc., you can take the block. Right? And using a block is an extension of your arm. So there's a rotation into your spine, stretch into your right shoulder, and stretch to the outer right leg, hamstring, and the right glutes. All right, raise your right arm up, right hand to the floor, switch sides. Right hand comes to center, creating a tripod. Bend your right knee, straighten out the left leg, left arm up to twist. Into a half bind, left hand behind you, and twist deeper. Release, left hand up and then down to the floor. Hands to either supporting to the floor, and then sway out your hips side to side. All right, come back to stillness with your hands on the floor. Bend at the knees and let the seat drop a little bit. Then walk your hands to the top of the thighs and then lift the upper back. All right, so the back of the head is lifted, upper back is lifted, so there is an engagement of your upper and mid back. Now, once you have a nice steady support here, I want you to feel for the openness of the glutes, the strength of your quads, the lengthiness of the spine, engagement of your mid and upper back. Think about also drawing your shoulders up and back in space and kiss your shoulder blades toward each other on your upper back. Now, if you need the hands supporting, stay here. If you can free up your hands to go sideways, you can. Now, for those of you who want to take extra extension or mobility with your shoulders, you can reach your arms forward. 3 more deep breaths. All right, so that by now your quads are firing up. On the inhale, wherever you are, reach your arms forward, start to lengthen out the legs as you lift up and take it into a slight back bend. Come back to a vertical. Keep your left arm reaching forward, right hand reaching down, and side bending to the right side. Take it back up to vertical. Reach your left arm forward and twist to the right. And then take the right hand back behind you, half bind, and then actively draw the right shoulder back in space as you extend the left fingertips out. And so that oppositional reach gives you a deeper rotation. Square back to center, left hand reaching down, right arm reaching up, and then side bending to your left. Take it back up to vertical, reach your right arm forward, and start to twist to your left, and then wrap the left hand back behind you, drawing your left shoulder back actively, and right fingertips forward, deepening your twist. Square back to center. Take the right hand to the hip, left hand to the hip, so your thumbs are pressing to your lower back, and your fingertips are pointing forward, and then draw the elbows toward each other, so you're spreading open the front of the chest, and you're engaging your upper back. You can lean the hips forward, lean the upper torso back, and gently looking up. So this is a supported back bend. Square back to center, come back to vertical, step the left foot in. Pick up the right knee, and let's take tree pose. Open up the knee to the right side, and grabbing that foot, take it to inner left leg. Go above or below the knee joint, hands together in prayer. Keep the gaze at a fixed point to the floor ahead of you, and then reaching the arms up and out. Extend through the fingertips. Reach the arms back up. Square the right knee back to center. Step the right foot down, chair. Feet together, knees together. Draw the seat back as you reach your arms forward. Come back up to vertical. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Tree pose, second side. Once you're steady, your arms can go up and out in a wide position. Raise the arms up, square the left knee center, step the left foot down chair. And then dive forward, hands to floor, step the right foot back, step the left foot back, and then lower all the way down to the belly, Sphinx pose. Reach your hands forward a little bit, lower your forearms down. So, measuring out by grabbing your elbows, and that will help you measure out your shoulders width. And then take the forearms back down, parallel to each other. Then check your shoulder and your elbows. They should be roughly vertical so that you end up with 90 degrees with your arms. Then press your palms and your forearms to the floor. Press your belly and your lower ribs to the floor. Then lift the upper back and reach through your toes back in space so the front of the legs are long. So as you press your belly and your lower ribs to the floor, you should feel that your mid-back bend is deepening. Right? So as your belly and lower ribs pressing toward the floor and your chest lifting, that back bend goes directly in that spot. And with the energy of the belly pressing down, you might also even feel like your lower back is lengthening. And turn the cheek over toward the right. Take it back to center. Turn the cheek to your left. Square back to center. Press your palms to the floor and lift the elbows up. Now, once you have your elbows up, you're still trying to reach the energy of the belly and the ribs toward the floor. And of course, they're not touching, but it's just the energy to deepen that back bend, the mid back bend. Now, keep the belly and your ribs reaching down, but also now draw the chin toward the chest. So now you're also stretching the back of the neck. And then start to look upwards. So for the purpose of the cervical back bend, we're going to look upwards. Normally, we try not to do this too much because it's crunching the back of the neck. But since we took the forward bend, we're also going to take this deeper back bend. Right, so most of the time, I don't recommend to look up this deeply. I like to look slightly forward instead. All right, come back to neutral. Bending the elbows, lower all the way down. And then the elbows go outwardly so that you can walk your hands back to lift up and draw back into your child's pose. So going from your back bend now into a forward bend. It should feel like a really nice stretch. Lift the torso back up and sit onto your shins. Right hand stays on the floor for support. Left arm up and bend your left elbow. With your left elbow, folding forward, reaching for your right knee. 5 times. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow toward knee. Inhale, back up. Exhale, elbow toward knee and stay there. Then you're going to release your left forearm to the floor horizontally so that you're leaning slightly forward. Raise your right arm up and behind you for your twist. Releasing your right arm back up and to the floor, using that to help you to lift back up. Switching sides, lift the torso up. Left hand to the floor for support, right arm up and bend your right elbow. Right elbow toward your left knee. Inhale, take it back up 5 times. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, take it back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. This time, right elbow, left knee, and stay there. Then release your right forearm to the floor. You can come forward just a little bit. Support with the right forearm down. Start to twist. Raise your left arm up and behind you. Half bind to twist. Release your left arm back up. Left hand to the floor to help you support to come back up. Wrap your hands back behind you, interlace. Lift up, gaze up. Release, reach the arms forward and round the upper back. Come back to neutral, wrap the hands back behind you. Take the other thumb on top, broaden your shoulders, and gently looking up. Back to center, release your arms forward, round the mid and upper back. And come back to neutral. Walk your hands forward, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. Stay here. Looking to point the right knee upwards toward the sky as you reach your left heel downwards toward the floor. You're also stacking the hips, right hip over your left. Re-extend the right leg, square off your hips, stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Ground the back heel down and take the arms up high. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside 3 times. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, take it up, keep the arms up. Bend the front knee as your warrior one. Open it up for warrior two. Same thing here. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse. Warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can touch your right hand to the inside of the right foot to the floor. All right, if you can't reach down comfortably, you can take the right elbow to the top of the right knee. Keep stacking your shoulders and take the left arm up. And you're gently looking up as well. Inhale, take it all the way up, reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. Tip the left hip back, reach your right hand further forward. Then the right hand can go to the top of the shins if you're less flexible. Right hand to the floor if you're more flexible. And then left arm reaching straight up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back. And again, lower all the way down to the belly. Reset your Sphinx pose. Grab opposite elbows to measure off of your shoulders. Forearms down. Make sure shoulders, elbows line up so you get vertical lines. Belly and lower ribs toward the floor. Reach your toes back. Press your forearms and your hands down to lift your chest in opposition. All right, this time you're going to point the left toes and lift the left leg off the floor. Now you might lean toward the right hip a little bit. Release your left leg down, switch sides. Pick up the right leg, reach back. Release your right leg. Press your hands to the floor. Lift the elbows up. And again, energy of the belly and the ribs toward the floor, and then reaching the upper back up and back in space in opposition. And when you release, draw the elbows down and wide, lower the chest, walk your hands back to lift up and draw back to your child's pose. All right, so this time as you lift up, also lift your feet as you draw forward into a push-up. Push back up and then lower back into child's pose. We'll do that 3 times. Let's do that 5 times. That's 1. Inhale, lift. Lift your feet and your shins as well as you come forward into a push-up. Lift back up, lower the legs, and take it back. Lift, draw forward, and push up. Push back up, lower the shins, draw back. 2 more. Lift, draw forward, push up, and draw back. 1 more time. Lift, take it forward for the push-up. Take it back in space. Child's pose. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. So this is sideward scorpion. You're looking to stack the hips, left side over your right, pointing the left knee up, right heel down. Raise your left leg back up, square off, step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Inhale, lengthen front leg and reach up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside, 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach down. Inhale, lift up. Keep the arms reaching up, bending the front knee, warrior 1. Then open it up, warrior 2. Lengthen front leg, reach up, 3 more times. Exhale, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can touch the hand to the floor inside the left foot, or you can take the elbow to the knee to modify. Right arm straight up. Inhale, take it all the way up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle. Tip the right hip slightly back. Reach your left hand further forward. Hand to top of the shins if you need some support and your hamstrings are tight. Left hand to the floor if you have the flexibility. Right arm straight up. Inhale all the way up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, standing forward bend. Feet together, knees together. Take it up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Right hand to right knee, or right hand to yogic toe lock, right big toe extend. If you cannot fully extend the right leg but can get the toes, you can keep your right knee bent. Left arm out. And then open it out to the side and balance. Square back to center. Step the right foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Then come right back up to chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Left hand, left knee, or yogic toe lock to the left big toe. Right arm out. When you're ready, open it out to the side. So just to clarify, yogic toe lock is your middle index fingers grabbing hold of the big toe from the inside of the toe, and that is your yogic toe lock. Square back to center. Step the left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Come right back up, chair. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Left hand, right knee. Or if you have better flexibility and extension, grabbing the outside of the foot and extending the leg. Right arm reaching back to twist. Square back. Step the right foot down, chair. Dive forward, come right back up to chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee. Right hand, left knee, or the right hand outside the left foot, and extend. Left arm reaching back to twist. Square back. Step the left foot down, chair. Exhale, dive forward. Step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Down dog. Left leg up. Draw the left knee in for pigeon. Land that shin to the floor. Inch your right knee further back. Elongate through the spine. So let's check your left thigh. Your left thigh should be angling out at a slight angle, 35 degrees or so, 30 degrees or so, and 45 degrees if you have a little bit more flexibility. Elongate through the spine by walking your hands in and lifting up. Make sure that your hips are nice and level. And once you're set, now you're ready to draw forward. Now, staying in this pigeon, let's tuck the right toes under, so the back leg. Tuck the right toes under, and then lift that right knee off the floor, and then reach back actively through that right heel. So the hips also then generally shifts back. So this deepens your hip opening, but also strengthens your right quads. All right, so this is a much more active position in your pigeon. And release your right knee, untuck the toes. And let's take a few more breaths here in this forward fold. If you want to just release your upper back, just draw forward. You can always rest your hands, your forehead onto your hands. All right, let's start to lift the torso back up. Take the left seat down and bend your right knee. So you're going to end up with a letter S with your legs. Walk your hands over to the left side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist and bow forward about halfway. Stopping at the halfway point, inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward a little bit more. So this is a forward fold with a twist. Inhale, take it back up. Keep the legs as they are, counter twist. Square back to center, walk your hands forward, reach your right leg back, and then through your pigeon, walk it back to your down dog. And then take lots of movement, pedaling out your legs side to side. All right, back to stillness, second side. Right leg up. Draw the right knee in. Land that shin to the floor. Inch your left knee further back. Make sure right knee, right thigh angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Elongate through the spine. Make sure your hips are nice and level. And then making your way forward when you're ready. Right, so the more modified version is to rest your forearms down and let the chest lift a little bit. So in a slightly higher position. So this is more suitable for those of you who are a little bit tighter, right? If you can, rest your head more peacefully. You can take the hands as pillows and rest your forehead. All right, let's engage the back leg. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee off the floor, and then actively reach back through the left heel and shift the entire hip structure back in space. And that'll give you a much deeper hip opening on the right side and engagement of the left leg, left hip. All right, release your left knee down, untuck the left toes, and then let's take a few more breaths in a very quiet, rested pigeon pose. And let's make your way back up. And then take the right seat down, bend your left knee. So now you have a reverse letter S with your legs. Walk your hands over to the right side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist, and then bow forward halfway. Stop at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, deepen the twist, deepen the fold. Inhale, take it back up. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to your left. Back to center. Crawl the hands forward. Reach your left foot back. Reach your right foot back. Down dog. Walk it out. All right. Walk your feet forward towards your hands and take the seat down. All right. You can separate your feet just a little bit. Grab the front of the shins. Lean back. Lift your chest and broaden. Now release the action of the spine just a little bit. Shift back toward the sacrum and raise your shins. Now keep your feet separated and your knees separated so the legs are pretty much parallel to each other. And then flex your feet as well. Now you can start with your hands supporting to the lower back. Now, to the back of the legs. So if you tend to round your back, right? I want you to lift your chest and lean the head back slightly and gently looking up at an angle. And this will bring your spine back to a much more neutral position. Now, you don't need your hands for support. You can reach the arms forward. Right, so this is just to build some stabilization through your core work. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, step the feet to the floor, hands come back behind you for tabletop. Lift. Now, if your neck is not so strong and flexible, keep the gaze looking forward, right? And just concentrate on lifting the hips. Now, if your neck is strong and flexible, you can drop your head back. You can go ahead and do that. Gently release. Take the legs forward, arms forward, and very controlled to lower onto your back through a count of 5. Lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Bridge pose. Walk your heels in with your fingertips. Feel for the back of the heels. So your feet should be separated by hips width. Then press your heels and your hands down and lift the feet up. Now you can stay with your forearms parallel to each other alongside the hips, or you can interlace your hands underneath you and then shimmy side to side to walk your shoulders in, so you're essentially stepping onto your upper back and your heels and the back of the head. This is your bridge. And begin to release your hands, lower onto your back. Let's take ankles to knees. Step the left foot down and take the right ankle on top of your left knee. Make sure you flex your right foot. Very important to do that when your legs are in a figure 4. Then lift your left foot. Thread your arms to grab the front of the left shin and then draw the leg toward your belly, your chest. All right, gently release your left foot down to the floor. Keep your ankles to knee. Then just drop your legs over to the right side, keeping your ankles to knee. So the right ankle to the outer left leg and pressing down gently with your right leg. And this is variation on a reclined twist. All right, lift back up. Step the right foot down to the floor. Switch sides. Left ankle on top of the right knee. Once you're set up, make sure you flex your left foot. Then pick up the right. Thread the arms to grab the front of the right shin. And draw the legs toward your chest, toward your belly. Then go ahead, step the right foot down, and then keeping your ankles to knee, drop the knees over to the left side, pressing the outer left ankle, left heel to the outer right leg, and I'll give you a nice outer right hip stretch. Take the legs back up, step the left foot down. Now take the feet about mat width distance. And then you're going to windshield wiper your knees side to side. All right, so your feet are wide about mat width. Keep them there. And then you're just going to move your knees side to side, and I'll give you a nice hip opening, a nice movement to your lower back. And this should generally feel like a nice space to your hips. All right, come back to stillness. Gently extend the legs forward. Keep your feet separated and toes turned, our arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed, lips touching. Shavasana, final relaxation. Let it all go. Beginning to draw the breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. When you're ready, roll over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. When you take your cross-legged, let's take your non-dominant shin on top. So this gives you another opportunity to work on that non-dominant hip. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing the practice. Come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey, or through Zoom, and registration through ubindi.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal, and the information is on the bottom of the video. And of course, all of this can be found through my website as well, simhayoga.com. Thank you for sharing your practice. Be well. See you soon.